Part 66. My Ship Girl, My World. Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 654. In other words, the Siren elite unit that we have never seen before that is currently appearing on the coast of Donghuang is the agent of the arbitration agency. It is equivalent to the executors of the testers and them that we have seen before. The Prince of Wales said in disbelief after listening to Qin Ji's introduction. Yes, Qin Ji nodded and confirmed. The agent alone is so powerful, so how powerful is the arbiter? Aurora asked in surprise. Qin Ji said seriously, according to my estimation, one arbiter can easily destroy all the forces in this world. Ah! No way. Surprise and disbelief suddenly enveloped everyone. Except for Qin Ji and Belfast Guanghui and others who already knew the situation, everyone at the scene was instantly confused. But Qin Ji didn't care about what they were thinking now, and directly dropped the second bomb. In addition, according to the information I got, there is currently an arbiter sitting along the coast of Donghuang. At present, she is just watching, not take action. No, it should be considered that she has already taken action, and it is very likely that she released those agents. Huh? Maryland, who had always been carefree, couldn't help but open her mouth. It was obvious that even she couldn't accept this information for a while. Then Donghuang is in danger now, Mikasa asked hurriedly. Qin Ji nodded. Theoretically, that's the case, and without our intervention, the Commander Academy would probably have been destroyed today. It's still unknown how long the defense lines in other places can support it, so it's very likely that Donghuang is already in danger. This. Yuxian and others were speechless for a moment. At this time, a voice sounded from the boarding port. Qin Ji is right, Donghuang is in danger. Everyone turned to look, and the Prince of Wales said unexpectedly, Kang Long. Long time no see, Commander Qin Ji. Also, Wales, I'm sorry, I'm late. But it's great to see you all safe and sound, Kang Long said to everyone. Long time no see, Director Kang Long, Qin Ji responded with a smile. Thanks to Qin Ji, if it weren't for him, we would probably have been seriously damaged by now, the Prince of Wales said to Kang Long. I know that Ning Hai told Commander Yuxian the news yesterday, and the route assigned to him is for the Commander Academy. After all, this is the fire of Donghuang, Kang Long said to the Prince of Wales. Then why didn't you tell me before? The Prince of Wales looked at Kang Long speechlessly. This lets us know that Qin Ji is coming, but when he will come and how much combat power he will have when he comes, all of this is unknown, so we can't tell you uncertain information. Moreover, instead of holding on to hope, it is better to fight against all odds. Kang Long said to the Prince of Wales. Okay, you won, the Prince of Wales said helplessly, but is the situation really as serious as you said? Kang Long nodded, yes, and it's much more serious. The reason why I came here so late is because Commander Yuxian was injured. Ah, everyone on the boat was surprised. Is it unexpected? Kang Long shook his head and said, Commander Yuxian is also a ship girl. She is just standing at the top of all ship girls currently, but she is still a ship girl. An elite siren of the heavy cruiser class used special cannon fire to damage her hull. Although she was able to continue fighting after emergency repairs, she could only exert 80% of her original strength. If she wants to regain her strength, she must cultivate for a period of time, but the current situation does not allow her to do so. Agent, Anshin said in a deep tone. Huh? Agent? Do you mean the unknown Siren elite unit that injured Yuxian? Kang Long asked doubtfully. Yes, Qin Ji just talked about the new Siren unit, the Prince of Wales said. Oh, Kang Long looked at Qin Ji. Qin Ji nodded, yes, and I also have a ship girl who fell under the attack of the agent. You all know her, she is Hai. When encountering a battle agent, he was hit by a charged laser and entered a battle-damaged state. It required a long period of training to fully recover. The agents are to the arbiters, just like the executors are to the testers. They are mass-produced elite units. You can imagine the strength of the arbiters. Arbiter? The new siren, Kang Long asked in surprise. Qin Ji nodded. The testers and purifiers we have encountered before are all experimental institutions affiliated with the sirens. To put it simply, they are scientific researchers, mainly responsible for experiments and data collection. But the arbiters are an arbitration organization affiliated with the sirens. According to the information I have received, they are the real combatants of the sirens. What a surprising news, Kang Long said with a shocked expression. Are we actually competing with a few scientific researchers all the time? And we are still at a disadvantage. The Prince of Wales said to Kang Long, what's more important is that there is an arbiter near the Donghuang Sea area, because all the agents who appear in Donghuang are released by her. Kang Long's eyes opened and then fell silent. But soon, he raised his head and looked at Qin Ji. Qin Ji, immediately take the students from the Commander Academy with Wales and leave Donghuang. No, there is no need to bring students with you. You should leave Donghuang immediately and do not come back until the war stops. The Prince of Wales reacted instantly. Indeed, Kang Long is right. Qin Ji, you leave here quickly and go as far away as possible. You are the only remaining hope of Donghuang, and you may be the only remaining hope of the 9 major camps. Get out of here quickly. Qin Ji couldn't help but smile helplessly with Belfast and Guanghui, and then said to Kang Long and the Prince of Wales, don't worry, you two, since I came all the way here, I will definitely not leave like this. And with the destruction of the 9 major camps, where is the safe place in this world? And, who says what we are facing now is a dead end? We have a chance, but this chance is so small that I can't even tell you now. In short, I will not leave, not only me, but also my ship girl. The commander is right. Even if we are buried here, that is our destination as ship girls. How can we abandon the lives of our companions? Guanghui said with a smile. You. The Prince of Wales wanted to say something, but stopped. Okay, now is not the time to talk about this. Director Kang Long came just in time. Can you tell us the current defense form of Donghuang on the sea chart? So we can be prepared and have an entry point, Qin Ji said to Zhu. Kang Long said. If this is your choice, then no problem. However, I suggest that we go to the Commander Academy immediately. Because the siren cut off the communication, your current communicator cannot connect with Donghuang's communicator and must be replaced. And there are also things like supplies, there are detailed drawings there, and I can explain them more clearly to you. Kang Long said. No problem. My ship girl, my world. Author, Huangming Mu. Chapter 655. He did as he was told, and after leaving the corresponding defense personnel, Qin Ji took his ship girl and sailed towards the port of the Commander Academy. But as soon as everyone returned to the port pier, they saw a group of commanders with private and first-class epaulets standing there. Beside them, a ship girl wearing an iron-blooded military uniform was saying something. What is going on? Are you here to welcome us? It is better not to engage in such ostentation during the war. Qin Ji asked doubtfully. Well, I think you are wrong. These boys most likely want to go to the battlefield, the Prince of Wales said in a helpless tone. Qin Ji smiled and said, I understand. You are young and frivolous, and you strive for your ideals. This kind of spirit is really admirable. Oh, if they have your strength, then I would be very happy, but now look what they have. Sara had a lot of blood, but could not see any difference between the place and himself. They were not going to the battlefield. They were obviously going to the execution ground and would die as soon as they showed up. The Prince of Wales said unceremoniously. Ha, Wales, your demands are too high. If everyone was like Qin Ji, the world would have changed long ago. Mikasa smiled. Now is the critical moment. Next in Wales, you still have to move these students to a safe area. They are Dong Huang's hope. Even if the confrontation failed this time, we still left a fire for Dong Huang. They can continue to fight against the siren, instead of letting the entire Dong Huang lose the power to resist. Kang Long said. I know that I told Cologne before that she can use force to deter her when necessary, the Prince of Wales said, but looking at the situation now, Cologne's heart is still a little soft. Qin Ji smiled and said, but you can relax now. At least the battle here is over for the time being. You still can't take it lightly. Although you are here to take charge, it is very likely that the Siren fleet will come back. What's more, you can't be here forever. I will arrange for them to evacuate to a safe area later. The Prince of Wales shook his head. Said. As the fleet approached, the movements of the crowd on the shore gradually became louder. Qin Ji heard the cheers on the shore from a long distance away. As the ship moved forward, the cheers grew louder and louder until the command ship docked at the pier of the port. When everyone stepped off the command ship, they saw a group of students and their ship wives swarming over, seemingly wanting to celebrate their hard-won victory, but what awaited them was a scolding from the Prince of Wales. What do you guys want to do here? I issued an order for you to retreat to a safe place. Didn't you understand? You are a commander and a soldier. Soldiers should obey orders as their bounden duty. Do you want to disobey orders? The words of the Prince of Wales caused the entire scene to fall silent instantly, and all the trainee commanders did not react at once. You think you are capable, right? If you summon your own ship, girl, you will be a real commander, right? Do you know how many commanders our Dong Huang has lost in this war? Even the elite fleets on the front line have lost more than 7 or 8 so far. How do you think you compare to them? Do you think your ship, girl, can withstand a bombardment from that new siren? The Prince of Wales's continuous rhetorical questions made all the commanders on the scene lower their heads. Even Qin Ji was a little dumbfounded by such a Prince of Wales. He couldn't help but touch his nose behind him, feeling a little lucky in his heart. But, we can't just let the mentors participate in the battle. We want to do our part, even if it is very weak, we will not hesitate. A weak voice came out from the students, and this voice seemed to express the students' thoughts, and there were echoes immediately. Haha, do you think I will forgive you if you say such things? Don't you know what you represent? Now let me tell you frankly that Dong Huang is currently facing a huge crisis, which should be said to be unprecedented. And you are Dong Huang's tomorrow and Dong Huang's fire. Even if the torch of Dong Huang is extinguished and burned out, as long as you are here, you can recreate Dong Huang. Do you understand? So do you know now what responsibilities you have? You are Dong Huang's tomorrow, you are Dong Huang's future. And this sentence is no longer empty talk, it is a fact. I hope you can carry out the orders I gave and temporarily avoid the sharp edge of this war. Only when your wings are full in the future can you lead Dong Huang to glory. The Prince of Wales looked at the students in front of him and said, his tone full of solemnity. Even Qin Ji couldn't help but nodded. Do you understand? Clear. The two short words turned into a thundering sound, which made the Prince of Wales couldn't help but smile. Very good. Then before you retreat, please allow me to introduce you to another mentor you have never met. He is our commander. The former tactical instructor of the Academy is also the lifelong honorary instructor of our Commander Academy. At the same time, this time we were able to successfully resist the attack of the Siren fleet because of his assistance. The introduction of the Prince of Wales made the students raise their heads and look in her direction, only to see the Prince of Wales step aside to let Qin Ji out behind her. Isn't this bad? Qin Ji looked at the Prince of Wales with some embarrassment. What's wrong? You are from our Commander Academy. When you come back this time, just treat it as a way to meet the juniors. Go up and say a few words to them. Mikasa smiled. Qin Ji was stunned, then smiled bitterly, and walked to the Prince of Wales under the gaze of all the students. "Hello, my name is Chin Ge." As soon as Chin Ge finished speaking, there was a huge discussion among the crowd. It turns out that he is Chin Ge, the compiler of the tactics textbook we are studying now. He looks so young. I know instructor Chin Ge. He graduated from the Commander's Academy 2 years ago. He was the instructor of our school's tactics class while he was in school. Instructor Cologne has always praised him highly. Chin Ge looked at the discussion of the students in front of him and couldn't help but smile. He felt a touch of kindness, as if he had seen his previous appearance. But at the same time, I felt a little alienated. I might never be able to return to such an innocent era. This is the first time I've met you all, but the current situation doesn't allow me to talk too much to you, but please don't worry, the situation is not that bad, and Dong Huang will continue to exist. It's just that we have to go through a period of time. This is an unprecedented battle, so for everyone's safety, it is a wise choice to fight with an edge. You still have a long time ahead of you, you still have a long way to go, and you still have many enemies to face. Although you did not participate in this battle, you are the ones who have personally experienced the next battle and the next battle. So what you have to do now is to work hard to protect your own safety, work hard to train your own ship girls, and work hard to make yourself stronger so that you can fight to the end in future battles. Thanks. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. My Ship Girl, My World. Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 656. In the war room of the Commander Academy, Kang Long was giving Chin Ge a comprehensive account of the situation Dong Huang was currently encountering. Standing next to Chin Ge were Beijing's company, New Jersey, the Royal Monarch, King George V. Veneto and Zara of the Sardinian Empire, Zhenhai and Haitian of Dong Huang. This is the current situation in Dong Huang. This time, the Siren Tide's offensive in other places seems to be the same as usual. That is, it is a little more difficult because of the changes in the Siren fleet. But the current situation faced by Shenhua City is very serious. The Siren fleet seems to be like a tide, and it cannot be killed no matter how hard it is, and this situation has been maintained for more than 10 days. Kang Long said. Chin Ge nodded. So, Director Kang Long, you mean that the Siren fleet is coming from the northeast of Shenhua City? Yes, that's why Ninghai asked you to take this route from Okinawa to Zhudao, Kang Long said. Commander, it seems that the Siren stronghold in the Donghuang Sea should be at this location. New Jersey pointed at the junction of the East China Sea and the Yellow Sea. Unexpectedly, after the Siren attacked the front line, the most likely location to relocate the Siren stronghold should be near Chaiwei Island in the East China Sea. Now it is placed at the junction of the East China Sea and the Yellow Sea. It is really strange, young King George V said. Is it possible that this place is relatively close to Chongying? Zhenhai pointed to the location of Chongying's camp with a smile. So Zhenhai means that the Siren strongholds that launched an offensive against Chongying and Donghuang are gathered here, Enterprise asked in surprise. Interesting. Chin Ge looked at the sea chart and couldn't help but nodded. Commander Chin Ge, what is the Siren stronghold that you and your ship girl are talking about? Kang Long asked quickly. The thing is like this. Originally, we were holding on to Guam just like you are now, but one day I suddenly received a communication from Donghuang Yuxian, Chin Ge said to Kang Long. It's impossible. When the Siren Tide started, Donghuang's communication with the outside world was cut off. And for this reason, we also specially changed our communicator. The reason why we asked you to change the communicator is for this reason, Kang Long said. Chin Ge nodded. We also understood it later, but we didn't know it before. That Yuxian told me that Donghuang's current situation is critical, but there is also a rescue method, that is, by clearing the Siren stronghold, The Siren stronghold can be stopped. The Ren fleet continued to form, thus winning this battle. But Dong Huang was unable to carry out such an action, so she asked me to be the key to breaking through the dilemma. After receiving such important information, I naturally had to take action, so I decided to clean up the Siren strongholds in Guam waters first. When we finished cleaning up, just as the Yuxian said, there were no more sirens in the waters of Guam, and the siren tide had ended. At that time, I also received confirmation from Akaga that Dong Huang and Chongying were probably isolated by the siren signal and unable to communicate. So maybe siren is behind all this, but that's not the key. The key thing is that as long as the siren stronghold is cleared, the siren tide in this area will not come one after another. That's it. Kang Long nodded. I heard from Yuxian and Wasp before that you were targeted by the sirens. I was still a little confused at the time. Your strength is not too strong, why are you being targeted by them? The probability may be to have a legendary ship girl like Shinano. It wasn't until you came back this time that I realized that things have changed a lot. It's really surprising that it has developed to this point in just 2 years. Haha, I am where I am today because of your help at that time. Qin Ji smiled, but it's early to talk about these memories now. Now that we know the specific situation of Dong Huang, the next step is strategic deployment. Then what are you going to do? Kang Long immediately became serious and looked at Qin Ji and said. Qin Ji glanced at his ship girls, and then said to Kang Long, first of all, although my fleet is divided into 2 parts, Dong Huang and Chongying, for rescue, the main force of my fleet is still coming to Dong Huang. Currently, there are a total of 15 awakened ship girls, and most of the ship girls are fully trained, and can be regarded as the elite among the elite. When Qin Ji said this, Kang Long couldn't help but nodded. Although she didn't know the specific number of awakened ship girls in the fleet currently led by Qin Ji, most of the ship girls in front of her were awakened ship girls. So I need absolute initiative and the right to know. Qin Ji looked at Kang Long and said, the information on the battlefield is too complicated, so concise information must be reported to me at all times, so that I can give full play to the power of these elite ship girls. Maximum effect. And my ship girls are always a whole, it is unwise to scatter them, I believe you also understand. Kang Long nodded. Actually, I would rather let you serve as the commander-in-chief this time, but obviously you don't have this intention. However, I can do both of the 2 points you mentioned. Commander Yuxian also said when he came. However, your current status is the same as that of the leaders of the 9 major camps. Qin Ji smiled and said, thank you for the commander-in-chief's trust. I will do my part well. In addition to what I said before, I hope that Dong Huang can protect more defense lines from being torn apart. The awakening ship girl was assigned to me. Kang Long frowned. You want to go straight to Huang Long? Isn't this a bit too dangerous? Why not? How long can we last if we continue to exert ourselves like this? Will it be another 10 days or a month or a year? Qin Ji looked at Kang Long and said. I understand your thoughts, but I can't decide this. I must inform Commander Yuxian before making a decision, Kang Long said. Understood. Besides, our target is not these siren fleets, our target is elite units, so in the next period of time, we will reduce the pressure on the defense line. Then we will find the right time, gather elite forces, go straight to Huanglong, destroy the siren stronghold between the East China Sea and the Yellow Sea, and completely solve the siren tide in Donghuang. Qin Ji said to Kang Long. Understood, you complete the supplies at the academy first. I will contact Commander Yuxian right away. I will bring you her decision later, Kang Long said to Qin Ji. Okay, then I'll wait for your good news. Qin Ji smiled. After Kang Long finished answering, he left the war room. Qin Ji took a short break with his ship girls, because only some people were needed for logistical supplies, so camp leader level figures like them were not needed. Commander, I heard from Veneto that you studied in this academy before. Would you take this opportunity to take us around? New Jersey said with a smile. Brother Chin looked at his ship girls and found that except for Veneto, most of them were summoned by him on Sun Moon Island and Guam, and indeed they had never been to the Commander Academy. So he smiled and said, "Okay, then I will show you my alma mater. My ship girl, my world." Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 657. Several people walked through the college. Due to the impact of the war and the previous order from the Prince of Wales, the college seemed relatively quiet at the moment. This actually gave Chin Ji and his wife a certain amount of space, otherwise they would not be in such a quiet situation when they come here, and they would definitely be surrounded by students who came to watch. Several people walked through the lecture hall, then passed the auditorium, followed the path to the main road in the faculty area, and stopped in front of an older guest house. This is where Guanghui and I lived before. Unlike other commanders, I can have more ship girls, so this is the place specially approved by the dean for me. However, looking through these glass doors and windows, it seems that not much has changed inside. I remember it was like this when we left. Chin Ji looked at the guest house in front of him and said with some nostalgia. So can this be considered the place where the commander's dream begins? Hai Tian said with a smile. Chin Ji originally wanted to answer, but a familiar voice appeared from behind them. This is not the place where the dream begins. The real place where the dream begins should be next door to me, the house where Cologne lives now. Everyone turned to look over and saw Mikasa standing behind everyone with a smile, and Aurora beside her. "Senior Mikasa, Senior Aurora, why are you here? Shouldn't you go to a safe place with those students?" Chin Ji said in surprise. "Haha, Chin Ji, have you forgotten that in addition to being the instructors of the academy, we are also awakened ship girls? We have the ability to protect ourselves. Let them leave the safe place to them. We prefer to be on the sea." Gallop and siren fight. Mikasa smiled. "So, the two of us are ready to join your command and contribute our strength to Dong Huang's battle against the sirens." Aurora smiled. Chin Ji smiled and said, "Although personally I don't want you to join the battle, from a commander's point of view, you are very welcome to join." Oh, it seems that this period of time has really changed a lot for this young man who used to be so cute, and now he has become so mature and sophisticated. Aurora teased. "Cute? Was the commander cute before?" New Jersey asked curiously. "Didn't Chin Ji say something about himself before? For example, he got drunk every time he drank with me, and when he stupidly asked Centaur some shy questions." Aurora said with a smile. "Hey, is it the commander's dark history? I've never heard of it, can you tell me about it?" Not only New Jersey, but also King George V and others became gossipy at this moment. Hearing his ship girl say this, Chin Ji's face immediately turned dark, and there was a reddish streak on his dark face. "Senior Aurora. Haha, you are so shy. This makes you look like the Chin Ji I know." Aurora smiled. "Old friend, Chin Ji finally returned to the academy. Let him and his ship girls wander around the academy. Let's go and tidy up a little first. We don't have to wait too long." When we set off, Mikasa saw Chin Song's embarrassment, couldn't help but tell Aurora, after all, she loved teasing him the most. "Okay, then Chin Ji, we will be waiting for you at Mikasa's house. Remember to inform us when you leave." Aurora smiled. Chin Ji smiled and nodded, "I understand. That's it, see you later." Mikasa smiled, and then left with Aurora. Seeing the two people leaving, New Jersey said to Chin Ji, "Commander, what did Aurora say before? Please tell us." "Haha, we are also very interested in the commander's cute side," Genhai said with a smile. "Veneto, haven't you been following the commander for a long time? How about you tell us about it?" King George V on the side said with a smile. "Isn't that bad?" Veneto glanced at Chin Ji and said with a smile. Hearing what everyone said, Chin Ji rolled his eyes. "Well, those are all things in the past. You also know that I came to this world from another world. I knew nothing about it at the beginning, so I made a lot of jokes. So Commander, let's say it to make everyone happy. New Jersey came to Chin-Ji and said with a smile, for example, what question did you ask the centaur? Tell us. Chin-Ji blushed and said awkwardly, I just asked some common questions about the ship girl, such as what to eat and what to use, etc. It's no big deal. Really? You don't look like it's no big deal, otherwise I'll ask the centaur later. Anyway, she's here with us this time. Jinhai smiled. Although she may be shy due to her centaur personality, she will still speak to a senior like me. At that time, the commander's dark history may have spread throughout the entire port area, unlike now where it is just a few of us. I know it personally. Ahem. Chin-Ji couldn't help but choked. He looked at Jinhai speechlessly. I realize you are threatening me. But the commander has nothing to do, right? Jinhai said with a smile. Chin-Ji was speechless, looking at the curious look on the side of the ship girl, so he gave up completely. Okay, then I tell you, you must not spread this kind of thing. After all, I didn't know anything at the time. So I ask some weird questions. For example, when a ship girl is not using a ship suit, her body is the same as that of a girl. She can also eat normal things, and of course she can also eat things that humans cannot ingest at all. So I was a little curious at the time, how did the ship girl digest these things after eating them? Did she not need to go to the toilet? The faces of the ship girls present couldn't help but blush, and they suddenly regretted letting Chin-Ji speak out in person. Jinhai's face darkened. Commander, I'm curious, didn't the centaur beat you after you asked this question? Ahem. Chin-Ji quickly shook his head and said awkwardly, no, it's just that she blushed and ran away. But when Nashiro found out, he prepared to chop me with a knife, but was blocked by the centaur, so from then on I won't ask those questions. The faces of all the ship girls were very speechless, looking at their commander in front of them with a bit of laughter and tears. Who would have thought that he, who usually strategizes, would be so stupid sometimes? There is a question that I have always wanted to ask, Commander. Don't you have a girl you like in your world? Zara asked with a smile. No, Chin-Ji shook his head very simply. After all, I spent all my extra time studying, so I paid little attention to this. No wonder. Fortunately, the commander met a centaur. If it were others, they would definitely get beaten, Zara said with a smile. For it. My ship girl, my world. Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 658. Once the topic starts, it can't be stopped. After learning about Chin-Ji's dark history, the curiosity of the ship girls was aroused, and they all expressed that they wanted to know more. Even the usually serious companies and monarchs were infected. They didn't reject it, they just followed the ship girls with big curious eyes. Therefore, a lot of information was extracted from Chin-Ji's own mouth and Veneto's mouth on the side. These are all common sense mistakes Chin-Ji made after he just became the commander. Although a long time has passed, Chin-Ji still feels very embarrassed when it is mentioned now. But seeing the joyful expressions of the ship girls, I suddenly felt that it was good to be embarrassed like this once or twice. At least one of you is injured, while others are happy. This kind of business is a sure profit. While talking and laughing, all the ship girls also felt that they were getting closer to Chin-Ji. After walking through the path he had walked before, seeing the scenery he had seen before, and hearing the embarrassing things he had done before, a more three-dimensional Chin-Ji was revealed in front of them. Different from the usual interactions on the island, Chin-Ji here seemed not to hide anything, nor was he as deliberate as usual. It was very natural, so naturally that several people forgot that it was during the war. It wasn't until Kang Long found him again that they suddenly remembered why they came this time. Huh? Anshin, Changchun. Why are you here too? Qin Ji said in surprise when he saw the two familiar figures following Kang Long. I heard that Kang Long told Sister Yuxian about Commander Qin Ji's plan before, so the two of us volunteered to come. After all, the implementation of this plan requires more powerful force, and the entire Donghuang front line can only mobilize so many people. There are only two of us, and Kang Long will go back for air support later, Anshan said to Qin Ji. Okay, I still remember your previous missiles. With your help, my targeted killing plan can be implemented very smoothly. Qin Ji smiled, and then he looked at Kang Long. So the Commander-in-Chief has agreed to my battle plan. Kang Long nodded. The current situation seems that only your plan is feasible, and other plans will only end up with endless resistance in the end. Commander-in-Chief Yuxian agreed to your plan and asked all departments of Donghuang to cooperate with you. Whether it's intelligence or logistical supplies, or other aspects. That's why Anshan and Changchun came here, and in addition to them, I also brought you enough ship exercise data. When I came here before, I saw that although most of the ship girls in your fleet have reached full training, there are still some ships that have not yet reached full training. Therefore, in order to ensure the success of this operation, first transfer all of your ships to all the ship girls have been upgraded to full training. This is the only thing we can do to help you in terms of strength at the moment. Next, you have to find a way on your own. Qin Ji nodded. This has helped a lot. I will fulfill my promise to you before. Kang Long nodded. Commander Yuxian also asked me to bring you a message. What? She said that you can abandon Donghuang when necessary and preserve your own power first. Your power is in the development stage. This world can be without Donghuang, but it cannot be without the ship girls and sirens to compete. You are the hope of Donghuang and the hope of this world. Please remember this. Kang Long looked at Qin Ji and said. Qin Ji smiled and nodded. Don't worry, I've already told you the answer to this question. Now that I'm here, I'm mentally prepared. The world can be without me, but it cannot be without Donghuang. This is my answer. I wish you good luck, and I hope that in the near future, we can have a celebration drink together. Kang Long hesitated for a moment, and then said to Qin Ji. Must. Qin Ji smiled and nodded. Then our action will begin, and I will send someone to contact you later. Clear. The execution of the plan has been confirmed. Brother Qin and Kang Long are not talking about anything. After all, the war waits for no one. And you have been at the Commander Academy for long enough. Now is not the time to relax. Watching Kang Long leave, Qin Ji turned to his ship girl, Anshan, and Changchun, who had just arrived here, and said, Veneto, you know where Senior Mikasa lives, so please go and inform him. Give them a try. The Enterprise also has King George V. The two of you go check on the logistics and supply situation and the replacement of our communicators. After finishing, we gathered at the port and prepared to set off. Clear. Veneto, Enterprise, and others responded, and then quickly walked towards their respective places, while Qin Ji also led the rest of the ship girls towards the dock of the Commander Academy. When they arrived at the dock, they saw the Prince of Wales here. Dean? Didn't you go arrange the students? Qin Ji approached the Prince of Wales and said doubtfully. The arrangements have been made. Maryland and Yuxian are following the students. As the Dean of the Commander Academy, I naturally have to stay in the Academy. The Prince of Wales smiled, but it seems that there is a better place to go now. I wonder if you still lack awakening ship girls in your team. Qin Ji smiled and said, I never thought that one day I would be able to command the Dean. How about taking this opportunity to give it a try, said the Prince of Wales. Then I'm welcome. Now we need power, more powerful power, Qin Ji said to the Prince of Wales. Then, Commander Qin Ji, the Prince of Wales will join your fleet for the time being. The Prince of Wales smiled. Welcome, Qin Ji smiled. Soon, Mikasa and Aurora followed Veneto to the dock. Enterprise and King George V had also returned, confirming that the supplies and communicator were completely normal. Taking advantage of this period of time, Brother Chin also distributed the ship drill data to all the ship girls who were not at full training level, raising their training level to full training level. Of course, there was still some left. Originally, Chin Ji wanted to return it to Anshan, but Anshan shook his head and refused Chin Ji's return. So Chin Ji could only accept it and prepare to hand over these exercise data to the undertrained ship girl who went to Chongying. After everything was ready, Chin Ji boarded his command ship again. With the command ship slowly moving, it left the port of the Commander Academy and slowly sailed towards the battle line of defense in Shenhua City. On the command ship, Chin Ji stood next to the communicator and said to the communicator, "Attention everyone, this battle is related to the survival of Donghuang and the rise and fall of this world. We set sail at this moment, with high ambitions, facing the flames of war and gunpowder smoke, to chase the future and hope. I firmly believe that victory will always belong to us. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. My Ship Girl, My World. Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 659. Above the sea, the sound of naval guns has never stopped, and there is no telling when it will stop. Wei Zai was standing at the communicator of his command ship, listening to the calls from other members of the fleet. "Commander, the enemies in the East District are attacking again. Damn sirens, why are the mass-produced models so difficult to deal with this time?" a male voice complained as he spoke. "Buanan, wait a moment, I will immediately arrange for my ship girls to support you. No matter what, guard that place for me. If it falls, you know what the consequences will be," Wei Zai said quickly. "Commander, please be at ease. These damn sirens are still far away from me if they want to get past me. I'm just reporting the situation to you. We don't need support at the moment. You should leave the support to Akio." An executor appeared there. Wanan responded quickly. "Akio? Why didn't you report the presence of an executor there?" Wei Zai asked quickly. "Old Wei, you're just an executor. Don't make a fuss. What's more, this is just an explorer. My ship girl can kill her in one round of concentrated fire." Akio's voice appeared in the communicator. Wan An's voice was slightly more mature before, but the ferocity in his words was exactly the same. "Don't show off. You were an enforcer before and your fleet has already lost a commander. I don't want this to happen again. I ordered my ship girl to go over immediately. You can hold on for a while," Wei Zai said. "Old Wei, you should know that my ship girl is stronger than you, so I don't need it for the time being." Akio was still refusing. "Let go of your smoke bombs. Now is not the time to compare the strength of the ship girl. One more ship girl on your side will give you more strength. Don't say you don't know," Wei Zai said. "Ahem, Old Wei is really a civilized man. Now that the situation is like this, just scold him if you need to." Another mature voice sounded, with a hint of joking. "You idiot, you think Old Wei is just like you, right, Old Wei?" Akio said with a smile. "Stop arguing, Shui Lao, how is the situation over there?" Wei Zai asked. "The situation is good at the moment, but it's a bit miserable over there at Uloli next door," said the person Wei Zai called Shui Lao. "Hey, what's going on over there with Uloli?" a voice said with a teasing tone, but the voice was a bit strange. "Gongsun Wuo, don't think that I didn't know it was you when you pinched your throat. It seems that Uloli didn't beat you hard before," Shui Lao said with a smile. "Put it there. Uloli obviously beat up Li Yiming, okay. When did you beat me? How long have I been in the fleet?" Gongsun Wu yelled at the communicator. "Go away, don't forget that we are at the same level. I admit that Uloli beat me up, but haven't you been beaten up?" Li Yiming said helplessly. "Haha, That's not because you two have a bad mouth, Wanan said with a smile. Get lost, Gong Soon Woo's voice rang, that's not why you guys called you loli. We really thought he was a loli. Who knew he was, ahem, in short, all it's your fault. Li Yiming hurriedly responded, that's right, who would have thought that that guy is already in his 30s and still looks like that, he still likes women's clothes every day. Doesn't his ship girl not agree with him? Haha, hey, Li Dongshan, why do I feel so familiar with what the two of them said? Do you feel so familiar? Akio laughed loudly. Oh, Mr. Chiu, I remember that you and Euloli are in the same grade, right? I have always known about your glorious deeds. When we were in the Commander Academy, who was going to confess to Euloli? I guess I don't need to say any more, right? A deeper sounding voice sounded, it was the Li Dongshan whom Chiu had mentioned before. Ha 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 ha. Lao Li, if you didn't tell me, I would have almost forgotten. The expression on Akio's face after he came back that time is still unforgettable to me, Shui Lao said, watching the fun and not taking it too seriously. Roll. Ahem, let me tell you, stop talking about these things. What happened at Euloli's place? Report it quickly. Wei Zai stopped the increasingly outrageous words in the communicator and quickly stopped him. The waterman coughed and said, my Helena detected an arc-shaped encirclement on their side, but the siren unit inside couldn't detect it. You should know what it is, right? Unknown siren elite. Have you reported it to the headquarters? Wei Zai asked quickly after hearing this. I don't know. You should ask Euloli about this. How do I know? Shui Lao said speechlessly. I understand. You guys should stay calm and do your best to resist the siren fleet and ensure that the area you are guarding is not lost. I will contact Euloli now, Wei Zai said. New. After hearing everyone's answers, Wei Zai quickly hung up the communicator and connected the communicator of Euloli's fleet. The Fengguaxia fleet, this is a certain unscientific fleet. I am Wei Zai. Please reply when I receive it. Less than 10 seconds later, a sweet female voice appeared on the communicator, Brother Wei. Wei Zai was stunned for a moment, and then he spat out, all his self-restraint was lost at this moment, you put your clipper away immediately, and don't call me brother. Ahem, I'm used to it. The female voice in the communicator disappeared instantly, and a boyish voice appeared in the communicator, tell me, what's the matter? I'm busy here. Sui Lao said that a new type of siren elite unit appeared over there. Wei Zai asked quickly, without worrying about the sound just now. Yes, that thing is very powerful. Several of my sisters have been injured, Euloli said. As if he was used to being called Euloli this way, Wei Zai continued to ask, have you reported the situation to the headquarters? Nonsense, although I look young, I am not really young. This thing is not something we can deal with at all. Even though several of my sisters have mentally awakened, it is still difficult to deal with her, Euloli complained. What did the headquarters say? Did you send someone here or say something? Wei Zai did not continue speaking, but Euloli opposite clearly understood what he meant. The command's answer was very vague. They said there would be dedicated personnel to handle it. Let's not panic and just hold her back for now, Euloli said. Huh? Does the company commander want to come in person? Wei Zai asked doubtfully. It doesn't seem to be the company's command. I don't know the details. The command seems to be very busy, Euloli responded. If it's not the Enterprise commander, who else? At present, the only high-level ship girls on the front line are the Enterprise commander and Director Kang Long. Could it be that Director Kang Long is here? She is the coordinator here and has no time at all, Wei Zai asked. I don't know. Anyway, keep your defense line well. I'm under a lot of pressure right now, so don't let your siren fleet come over and bother us, Euloli said. TCH, got it? In this chapter, I would like to thank the pseudo house bosses, Shui Lao, Chiu Lao, Yu Lao, Enterprise, Kwei, Wanan, Yuan Chi, etc. for joining the show. Thank you all for being active in the group. It is because of your support that's why I insisted on writing this novel to this point. Thank you very much. My Ship Girl, My World. Author, Huangming Mu. Chapter 660. At this time, on the other side of the defense line of Wei Zai and others, a person who looked like a little lowly hung up the call with Wei Zai and jumped down from the chair next to the communicator. Yu Loli is about 1.3 meters tall, wearing a Lolita skirt, her hair is braided into a twin tail, her face is fair, and she looks extremely cute. Anyone who sees her for the first time will think of Yu Loli as a very cute loli. But on the front line, Yu Loli is a presence that scares all members of the Grand Fleet. Although she looks relatively small, her behavior is extremely ruthless, especially for those who are new to the front line and have disrespectful words towards them. Yaluli will definitely teach them how to be a humble person. Even some of the older generation commanders on the front line would immediately retreat when they heard the name of the Fengguaxia fleet. This is also the reason why all the members in Wei Zai's fleet went crazy when mentioning Yu Loli. Yu Loli's physical signs are very strange. She looks more like a shot than a loli. The traces of time seem to have left no imprint on him. Even though he is now almost 4 years old, he is still the same as a primary school student. This characteristic is already very peculiar, but there is one more thing about Yu Loli that makes everyone feel numb to him. That's because he likes women's clothes very much, and he dresses up like a little Lolita. It caused a sensation when he first entered the Commander Academy. Everyone thought he was just a little girl, or a legal loli. There was also the incident of Ah Chu's confession. Of course, Ah Chu was not the only one, but he was more proactive. What's even more surprising is that his ship girl actually likes the way he dresses and gets along very well with that ship girl. And when there is nothing to do, his ship girl likes to use him as a clothes rack, buying some beautiful girl's clothes and letting him try them on one by one, and Yu Loli also enjoys it. So just like that, his real name was not Yu Loli, but he was called Yu Loli too many times, so he became Yu Loli. As for what his real name is, no one cares about it anymore. Yu Loli walked to the chart in the center of the control room, stepped onto a higher chair, sat down again, and looked at the situation on the chart. Your Highness, whose message was it just now? Fuzang saw Yu Loli sitting next to him and asked her. It's from Wei Zai. He asked about the appearance of Siren elites here, Yu Loli said sweetly in a Lolita tone. Oh, Commander Wei Zai and his fleet are next to us, and they can indeed notice what's going on here, Fuzang nodded. Yes, so I asked him to take care of his Siren fleet. Don't miss it suddenly at this time. Then both of our fleets will be finished, Yu Loli said. Haha, Your Highness should rest assured. Commander Wei Zai is very capable and should not make such low-level mistakes, Fuzang said with a smile. Well, Sister Fuzu, how is the situation now? Yu Loli asked. Your Highness, Commander Li Chuhan and Commander Qi are currently restraining him, but the Siren elite unit is too powerful, and they probably won't be able to restrain him for long. A worried look appeared on Fuzang's face. Damn it, we can't mobilize personnel from other places, otherwise problems will occur in other places, Yu Loli said with clenched fists. Now it depends on when the support mentioned by the headquarters will be in place, but depending on the situation, I think it will be a little difficult. Fuzu looked at the chart and said slowly. Yes, the public channel was about to explode before. I didn't expect that Commander Yuxian would also make a mistake. This blow is too bad for the current situation, Yu Loli said. But no matter what, we can't retreat this time. Giving up the front line can be said to be a strategic retreat, but behind us is Shenhua City. If we retreat again, the Siren bombers will directly bomb Shenhua City. On the heads of the people. Fuzang nodded. Don't worry, Your Highness, We have overcome so many difficulties together, and I believe it will be the same this time. How far is it from the target location? Qin Ji stood next to the communicator and said to Jinhai, who was checking the chart behind him. Soon, we have been operating within the defensive circle, so we have been moving at the fastest speed. It will take up to 5 minutes before we can exchange fire with the opponent, Jinhai replied. This should be the last agent discovered so far, right? Qin Ji said, looking at the sea outside the glass window. Yes, according to the intelligence, it is like this now, Jinhai said to Qin Ji. Is the commander planning to set sail from here to the Siren stronghold after eliminating this agent? Qin Ji nodded. We can't delay it any longer. I believe you saw it when we were cleaning up those places just now. The long battle made the entire defense line feel like it could collapse at any time. The defense line is still continuing now, entirely because of the persistence of these commanders. Although I admire their spirit very much, for the current defense line, this state is very dangerous. If anything goes wrong in any link, it will be the result of a collapse. So we have to speed up, annihilate this agent as soon as possible, and then move forward to annihilate the Siren stronghold. At that time, every time a Siren stronghold is eliminated, the pressure here will be relieved. This is the best way. It is true that this is the best method at present, but Commander, do you really place your hope on that badge? Jinhai asked. Qin Ji did not answer immediately, but recalled the time when he met Helena before. After a long time, he slowly said, I don't know, but I subconsciously feel that she doesn't need to lie to me, and even if she comes from another world, between the ship girl and the Siren, there should be no such thing as sheltering the other. Explain. That's true, Jinhai nodded. At this moment, the command ship where the Enterprise is located sent a communication. Commander, we have found the command ship of the Fengguaxia fleet. We are about to arrive at the battlefield. Understood. Let a ship girl stay on board all the command ships to drive the command ship. After we eliminate this agent, we will leave here and go to the Siren stronghold, Qin Ji said quickly. Don't you need to worry about other executors? The company asked. Although the 3-person fleet where the executor is located is relatively powerful, the large fleet staying here at the moment are all elites. They have the strength to withstand such a Siren fleet, Qin Ji said to the company. Understood, Commander. After Enterprise finished speaking, he hung up the communicator and began to arrange Qin Ji's orders. Qin Ji also put down the communicator at the same time, picked up the telescope in his hand and looked at the sea in the distance, where the battle was raging. My Ship Girl, My World. Author, Huangming Mu. Chapter 661. Your Highness, look. Is that the support fleet? In Euloli's command ship, as Qin Ji's fleet approached, Fuzu discovered the fleet coming from behind his command ship. Euloli quickly jumped down from the stool, holding the binoculars to look at where Fuzu was pointing. But he was so small that he couldn't see it at all. So he quickly said to Fuzang, Sister Fuzang, hug me. Fuzu reacted immediately and looked at Euloli in amusement. I'm really sorry, Your Highness, I forgot about this a little bit, I'm really sorry. After saying that, Fuzu squatted down, picked up Euloli, and looked at the place where he had noticed something strange before. Although he felt the softness on his back, Euloli had no intention of interacting with his ship girl at the moment. He was now eager to find the support fleet Fuzu mentioned. After being picked up by Fuzang, Euloli's vision suddenly broadened. Combined with the telescope, Euloli discovered Qin Ji's fleet as expected. Huh? Why are there so many command ships and ship girls? Are they the reinforcements that the command headquarters mentioned? Euloli said in surprise. Don't they know that our commander cannot defeat such an existence? No, Your Highness, they are not ordinary ship girls at all. Fuzang quickly shook his head and corrected Euloli's statement. Ah! What do you mean they are not ordinary ship girls? Could it be that they are all awakened ship girls? Euloli asked doubtfully. Fuzu shook his head. No, not all of them are awakened ship girls, but I feel the aura of awakened ship girls among them, and there's not just one, I feel like there are many. And that kind of aura is definitely not that of a ship girl who awakens with her mental unit like me. Instead, it looks like the Commander-in-Chief Company, Anshan and Changchun that I have seen on the front line before. Huh? Sister Fuzang, you feel wrong, don't you? How is this possible? There are only so many ship girls in Donghuang who have awakened independently. Now they have been distributed to various areas to provide support. How could so many of them suddenly appear? Euloli didn't believe it. Said. No, Your Highness, my feeling is absolutely correct, just watch it, Fuzu insisted. At this moment, the communicator on the command ship suddenly rang. Fuzu immediately came to the communicator with Euloli in his arms, and Euloli picked up the communicator. Hello, are you Commander Yu of the Fengguaxi fleet? I am Qin Ji, the commander of the Xingai fleet. On orders from the headquarters, I am here to eliminate the agents here. Please ask the aircraft carrier girl to send out carrier-based aircraft to guide my ship girl in the direction. Please reply when you receive it. Qin Ji's voice appeared in the communicator, making Euloli even more confused. He had never heard the name of the Star Sea Fleet. Obviously, this fleet was not the front-line fleet. But he has heard about the more prestigious and powerful fleet at the rear, but what is going on with this Star Sea Fleet? Moreover, my own Fuzu was very sure that the other party had many awakened ship girls, which became increasingly strange. Hello, this is Fengguaxi Fleet. I am Commander Yu of Fengguaxi Fleet, you can just call me Commander Yu. Euloli paused and quickly changed her words, is Commander Qin Ji really was it sent by the headquarters? Qin Ji on the other side was also a little confused when he heard Euloli's voice. After all, the commander of the romantic fleet that the headquarters told him was a man. Why did it turn out to be a girl's voice now? But now is not the time to dwell on this issue. Qin Ji responded, yes, otherwise I would not have come here. Commander Yu, please carry out the command of the headquarters immediately. I have other tasks. Euloli couldn't help but hesitate when she heard Qin Ji's words. No one had spoken to her like this for a long time, and Qin Ji was the first one. However, the task at hand was important, so he also put away his temper. I will immediately arrange a carrier-based aircraft to guide your ship girl in the direction. I hope you are really reinforcements sent by the command, otherwise the ship will be damaged later. Mom, don't blame me for not reminding you, that Siren Elite unit is not that easy to deal with. Thanks for the reminder, communication is over. Soon, Qin Ji's voice came from the communicator, and he immediately ended the communication. This made Euloli stunned for a moment, and then put the communicator in its place. Your Highness, Fuzang called Euloli, and Euloli finally responded, Sister Fuzang, have you heard of the Star Sea Fleet? I think I heard it somewhere, but my memory is very vague. It must have been mentioned occasionally, Fuzu said to Euloli. Oh, Euloli nodded, forget about that, I hope he has 2 brushes, and then I will trouble Sister Fuzu. It's okay. Fuzu smiled and put Euloli down, then walked towards the boarding port. With a flash of blue light on his body, a suit of ship uniform appeared on Fuzu's body, and then 2 small planes quickly slid up from Fuzu's splints and flew into the sky outside. Fuzu's ability to release carrier-based aircraft means that Fuzu has undergone transformation from a battleship to an aviation battleship. As the 2 aircraft rose from the command ship, the aircraft carrier girls who had been paying attention to the Euloli battleship quickly reacted and released their carrier-based aircraft one after another. Suddenly, the carrier-based aircraft group took off from the aircraft carrier's cluster position, quickly formed a formation in the air, and flew overwhelmingly towards the position of the Fuzu aircraft. The vanguard ship girls and battleship girls also speeded up at the same time, because they had to rush to cooperate with the carrier-based aircraft to launch the attack when the second round of carrier-based aircraft arrived. After all, the purpose of the first wave of carrier-based aircraft is to clear the sea area around the agents so that the battleship girls and vanguard girls can accurately output. Fuzu's carrier-based aircraft made a slight circle in the air. After seeing Qin Ji's fleet mother's carrier-based aircraft taking off, it flew towards the location of the agent without any intention of waiting. But soon, Qin Ji's carrier-based aircraft caught up with Fuzu's carrier-based aircraft, and followed Fuzu's carrier-based aircraft closely, which surprised Fuzu. At the same time, it also allowed Fuzu to use his own carrier-based aircraft to feel the breath released by Qin Ji's ship mother more closely. 1, 2, 5, Fuzang felt the aura of Qin Ji's fleet lady and couldn't help but open his eyes that had been closed in surprise. Then he immediately reacted, closed his eyes and calmed down, and continued to guide the plane to fly in the direction of the agent. As the sound of battle got closer and closer, the carrier-based aircraft also flew over the head of the agent. Next, Fuzu did not take back the carrier-based aircraft, but relied on the carrier-based aircraft to see what the strength of Qin Ji's ship girl was. The next second, the aerial bombs on the carrier-based aircraft fell towards the Siren fleet on the sea. And she clearly saw that all aerial bombs were dropped by fighter jets first, followed by bombers at the next moment. There were 2 waves in total. Immediately afterwards, after a series of loud noises, Fuzu could vaguely see that there was only 1 Siren elite unit left in the sea. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. My Ship Girl, My World. Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 662. The Siren fleet in the target sea area has been cleared and can carry out devastating strikes on the target. The company's words rang through the communicator. Qin Ji looked at the ship girls in front who were preparing to attack. The aircraft carrier recovered the carrier-based aircraft formation, prepared for the second round of carrier-based aircraft, waiting for instructions from New Jersey, and attacked and destroyed the target in 1 round. Clear. The responses from the ship girls rang out from the communicator. After all, this was not the first time they had done this. From the time they first left the Commander Academy, they have already eliminated several agents. Even Mikasa, Prince of Wales, Anshan, Changchun, and Aurora who joined later have all adapted to Qin Ji's command rhythm. The ship girls who follow Qin Ji have learned how to cooperate with an elite fleet. A certain understanding. Yes, when Qin Ji used the aircraft carrier girls to clear the battlefield for the first time and cooperated with other ship girls to carry out devastating strikes for the second time, they suddenly discovered that the battle could be so simple. Such a tactic can only be used by Qin Ji. Now that one camp has gathered all its awakened ship girls, this is probably what it will be like, right? And that's even while giving up all defenses elsewhere while marching, Mikasa sighed. When I was in Chongying, the battle between the awakened ship girl and the purifier was still vivid in my mind. What can match it is Brother Qin's battle this time. Although there are not as many awakened ship girls as the last time, you must know that Qin Ji divided his troops to go to Donghuang and Chongying, and half of the awakened ship girls went to Chongying to support. If they were all here, the attack of more than 30 awakened ship girls would definitely be devastating. Indeed, I was shocked when I participated in the attack for the first time. Although I have seen them repelling the Siren fleet before, this is the first time to concentrate firepower to attack an elite unit like this, Prince of Wales said with some sigh. To be praised by His Highness the Prince, the commander must be very happy when he hears it, Guanghui said with a smile. Haha, it's a pity that we already have whales in our fleet, otherwise I really want to invite you to join our fleet, King George V said without hesitation. Haha, even if your fleet does not have whales, I cannot join it. Because since I have chosen the position of Dean of the Commander Academy in Donghuang, I have already dedicated myself here. In comparison, I think it is better to train more commanders and let them shine by following the commanders in the north and south. The Prince of Wales said with a smile. After all, she was very familiar with the character of King George V, so she would not care about this matter that she did not shy away from. It's really admirable. I remember the commander said that you were born in Donghuang. Later, when the royal family asked you to go back, you went back for a while, and then came to Donghuang. Just staying like this made dozens of people years old, right? Although they were marching at full strength, they still had time to chat, so King George V asked again. Yes, although I am a royal ship's wife, I was born in Donghuang. There are my comrades here and there are memories that belong to me. And I feel that Donghuang needs me more, the Prince of Wales said with a smile. It's really admirable. The so-called knight upholds his own justice and does some beautiful things. You have mastered the essence of knighthood, Wales King George V said. Haha, thank you, Wales said with a smile. From the tone of King George V, she seemed to hear the smiling person again. The two people said exactly the same thing, and it was precisely because of this that she made up her mind to come to Donghuang again. Everyone, please note that the agent is located 30 kilometers ahead. There are two fleets led by human commanders there that are delaying at this time. Helena's voice sounded from the communicator, and she accurately discovered it on the SG radar. The location of the agent. Understood. New Jersey's voice immediately appeared in the communicator. Attention aircraft carrier fleet, conduct the second round of air strikes. The vanguard ships will immediately enter the scene, seize a favorable position, and launch the attack together. Yes. On the other side at this moment, Fuzu still kept the carrier-based aircraft over the relatively far sea area over there, but he walked to the side of Yu Loli who was communicating. Li Chuhan, are you saying that just after a round of carrier-based aircraft entered the field, they cleared out all the siren fleets near that elite siren? Yu Loli said into the communicator in surprise. Yes, Commander. Since receiving your communication, I asked my ship girl to restrain and retreat, and soon I found a group of carrier-based aircraft attacking from the air. Those carrier-based aircraft did not directly attack the siren elite unit. Instead, they dispersed the fleet. In an instant, they cleared the siren fleet near the siren elite unit and immediately recovered the carrier-based aircraft. Said a calm voice. I also discovered an interesting phenomenon. When their carrier-based aircraft dropped bombs, it seemed that the fighter jets dropped the bombs first, and then the bombers dropped the bombs. Another voice also sounded. Obviously it was Qi who was in the sea with Li Chuhan. So that's it? But their carrier-based aircraft fleet is not large. It is far less large than the aircraft carrier-based aircraft fleet of our fleet. Why can they be engaged in destroying so many siren fleets? Yu Loli asked doubtfully. I don't know. A chorus of words came from the communicator. At this time, Fuzu said, because there are 5 awakened ship girls in their aircraft carrier formation. Ah! Sister Fuzang, did you read that correctly? After hearing Fuzang's words, Yu Loli immediately turned around and asked Fuzang. Fuzu shook his head. Their carrier-based aircraft group just followed my carrier-based aircraft, so I could feel the aura very easily, otherwise I wouldn't have wiped out all the siren fleet in one attack. Destruction. But there are not 5 awakened aircraft carrier girls in the entire Donghuang, Yu Loli asked doubtfully. I don't know. All in all, we don't need to think so much now. We just need to wait for the results, quietly Fuzu said. Are you waiting for the result? Yu Loli nodded helplessly, indicating that she understood. Soon, Li Chuhan's communication came back from the front again. Commander, I saw the reinforcement fleet. It seems that they are preparing to attack the siren. Understood, let me know the outcome of the attack in time, Yu Loli said quickly. It seems to be over, Li Chuhan said in shock. What? It's over? You mean that siren elite unit was destroyed by them? Yu Loli said in surprise. Yes, With all the bombardment coverage and the air strikes from carrier-based aircraft, the Siren elite unit disappeared directly on the spot. Li Chuhan said, "Commander, do we in Donghuang have such a powerful force? I do not know either. My ship girl, my world." Author, Huangming Muji. Chapter 663. After finishing the call with the members of the Grand Fleet, he looked at Euloli, who was sitting there a little puzzled. After recovering the carrier-based aircraft, Fuzu came over and smiled at Euloli. "Your Highness, what are you thinking about?" "Sister Fuzang, who is Qin Ji, the commander of the Star Sea Fleet," Euloli raised her head and asked with some confusion. According to the situation reported by Li Chuhan and others, they said that they sank the Siren elite unit with only one attack. To be honest, I really can't figure it out. What kind of power can do these things? Your Highness, it's actually very simple, that is absolute power suppression. Fuzang smiled, and reached out to pick up Euloli and placed her on a stool beside her. Absolute power suppression, Euloli was confused. Yes, that Siren elite unit called the Agent is difficult for ordinary ship girls to deal with, even awakened ship girls. But if it is difficult for one awakened ship girl to deal with her, then what about 10? What about 20? When overwhelming the opponent in terms of numbers, the firepower burst out at the same time will be suppressive. You know, I just passed the recovery of the carrier-based aircraft and passed directly above the opponent's fleet. Guess how many awakened ship girls I saw? Fuzu asked with a smile. How many? 5, Euloli said. After all, Fuzu had just told him that there were 5 awakened aircraft carrier girls in that fleet. No, that's just the number of aircraft carrier girls. In fact, that fleet has 20 awakened ship girls. Although their auras are big or small, strong or weak, they all have the same quality of aura, which means that they all awaken independently. And in the previous attack, I also saw missiles. So far, except for Anshan and Changchun on the front lines, I have not heard of any ship girl modifying missiles. Fuzu replied. Huh? 20 awakened ship girls? There aren't that many in Donghuang combined, right? Euloli was completely confused. It's hard to say, after all, none of us know Donghuang's overall strength. And with the addition of Anshan and Changchun, it's hard not to think that this is Donghuang's hidden strength. And there is a more interesting thing. So many awakened ship girls are being commanded by a commander, and this commander's name is Qin Ji. Fuzu said meaningfully. Is Qin Ji special? Euloli asked. Sister Fuzang, do you know him? Fuzang couldn't help but chuckle and said, Your Highness, when you asked about the Star Sea Fleet before, I really don't know much about it, or I just heard it accidentally but can't remember it. But if you mention Qin Ji, then the most special thing about Donghuang is that one. Do you still remember those tactical textbooks that Shen Tong gave you before? It's the ones you throw in the corner. I know. In fact, I just put it there and will take a look at it when I have time, Euloli quickly responded. Haha, Your Highness, you don't need to explain to me, don't I understand, Your Highness, Fuzang said with a smile. The reason why I mention this to you is because those teaching materials were compiled by a commander named Qin Ji, and they are currently a general textbook for the Commander's Academy Tactics course. Do you mean that Brother Qin is the one who wrote the tactics textbook? There are rumors about the instructor of the Commander Academy's tactics course on the front lines. Euloli was surprised. But as far as I know, he has only been the commander for 4 years. How could he have such a powerful fleet? Fuzang shook his head. I don't know about this, but this Qin Ji is most likely the one from the Commander Academy. This also explains why he can command so many awakened ship girls. But in the final analysis, these are just our guesses. By the way, where are they now? Why didn't you see them coming back? Euloli asked. Back to Your Highness, after they eliminated the Siren elite unit, They sailed directly in the direction of the Siren fleet, Fuzza replied. What do they want to do? Is it to cross the defense line and destroy the Siren fleet? Euloli asked. I don't know, but this must be an order from the headquarters, Fuzza replied. At this moment, the communicator next to Euloli rang, interrupting the conversation between the two, but Euloli immediately picked up the communicator. This is the Fengguaxia fleet, please speak. Euloli, it's me, Weizai. How is the situation over there? I heard Shui Lao say that a huge explosion just happened over there. Has the support from the headquarters arrived? Wei Zai's voice came from the communicator, and it was obvious that he had also noticed the previous elimination of the agents. It turns out to be Brother Wei, this. Euloli had just finished speaking when Wei Zai's violent and thunderous voice came from the communicator. Male voice, will you die if you don't speak, Lolita voice. Ahem, I forgot. Euloli immediately changed her voice to a young voice as Fuzzu smiled. The support from the command center has arrived, and the Siren elite unit has just been eliminated, but there is one question I want to ask you. Do you know a Star Sea fleet? His fleet commander is Qin Ji. I know, what's wrong? Does this have anything to do with the support from the headquarters? Wei Zai asked doubtfully. You actually know. Please tell me what kind of fleet the Star Sea fleet is, Euloli asked hurriedly. Well, I don't know why you are so eager, but since you asked, I will tell you generously. The Star Sea fleet is a large fleet established by Qin Ji, the former tactical instructor of the Commander Academy. It was established in the Academy. In addition, Instructor Qin Ji has very strong tactical accomplishments. He has compiled the current tactical textbooks at the Commander Academy, and there are rumors that other major camps are now teaching these textbooks as general textbooks. In addition, the other members of the Star Sea Fleet were Instructor Qin Ji's students at the Commander Academy at the time and were also his classmates. The reason why they were allowed to participate was because Instructor Qin Ji wanted to build a large fleet that could integrate offense and defense, so he was prepared to grow and train together. Later I heard that they went to Ryu Island after graduation. After being stationed for 2 years, I don't know their specific location now, but according to the current garrison commander of Ryu Island, Lao Xing, they seem to have left the Donghuang area and headed for the open sea. To be honest, it's a pity, because it was said before that they were planning to reach the front line. At that time, I was planning to make good friends with them when they came. Wei Zai said. Why do you know so clearly? Euloli asked. Because I listened to his class when I returned to Shenhua City before. I was inspired by his tactics, so I paid more attention to him after that. So what happened to the support of Instructor Qin Ji's large fleet and headquarters? Something, Wei Zai asked doubtfully. The person here to support us is Commander Qin Ji of the Star Sea Fleet, Euloli said. Ha!